This time on 15 Minutes You'll Never Get Back.
We're decoding the Ticketmaster callbot.
Charlie's dogs make quite the fashion statement.
And no warning labels? No problem.
I'm Dale.
And I'm Charlie. All that and more this time on 15 Minutes You'll Never Get Back.
It's Barry's Best Mix, 107.5 Kool FM.
You don't understand the struggle.
It's 8:51, Dale and Charlie.
So here's what happened. I told you weeks ago, one of my doodles split her paw open in the forest. These dogs love to run, and so she got crazy stitches, and we're basically healed at this point, but I'm very paranoid, obviously, that she may re-injure her foot. And then I thought, well, and again, if you dog people understand, those dog boots, those socks, those things, they do not work on dogs that are darting around. Mm-hmm. Okay, if they're walking calmly, great solution. Mm-hmm. But for dogs that just bolt, I have yet to find a product until now. Until now, ish. So
you can't take them on that.
I'm getting texts, like my phone, everything's blowing up right now. So I found this lady, true, like an entrepreneur woman in New York. Okay. She had the same problem, so she created these boots that kind of have socks. Mm-hmm. So they've got rubber soles, right? And then they're almost like leggings, and they're like suspenders.
Well, you just showed me the video. You held up your phone and said, "Look at the boots I found for my dogs."
Right. Okay. So, what was quickly pointed out to me via Dale that they look like what do you call them? Lady of the Night boots, right? Is that the right term?
Yes.
Right?
They're like boots of ill repute.
Like Jessie could play Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. I guess. So, again, I do really, so I tried to walk them in the forest. I had her on the leash, again, because I'm still nervous about her foot. And these things, they work if your dog is calm. But then I got irritated, and she wanted to play, and they really got excited about these boots because there was no ice chips in their paws. Right. And as soon as they started running, well, one boot flew off, the other boot flew off. Very reminiscent of Pretty Woman.
We always heard that if the casino ever ended up in Barrie, it was going to cause these kind of people to move into the neighborhood. And look what's happened to Innisfil.
The dogs.
You've got pickup trucks with hound dogs hanging out the window, cruising up and down your street.
Anna Kendrick celebrated her birthday yesterday. What musical comedy film series did she star in?
Pitch Perfect.
The acronym AKA, what does the K stand for?
Known.
Yes, you got that one right.
Well done.
Well done.
What is AKA? What
also known as.
My whole life, I did not know that. And I did that. I'd be like, AKA.
See, it's like Dale Smith, AKA jacket. So
I've got a few other words, but whatever.
Hey. Be nice.
Earlier this week, we learned that Mars was going to replace their iconic candy mascots,
the M&Ms,
with Maya Rudolph of SNL.
Yeah.
Now, the reason they were doing this is because, well, there was sort of some right-wing opposition to the characters. Remember, the females initially had heels. Then they made them more...
toned it down and made them...
Then they were more gender neutral. Yeah, this whole thing. So I think they basically said, this is stupid.
Once we become part of that discussion, we're just going to take our mascots away.
Right.
Yeah.
So A&W then decided to look at Rudy, their mascot. The bear. And kind of
beer drinking bear.
Get in front of this. And basically, they put out a statement saying that, well, we understand...
What?
That our 6-foot bear only wears an orange shirt.
He just has the sweater on. It's true.
In fact, the pantless bear is polarizing to people. So the company said that Rudy would now be wearing jeans, which, of course, made the internet explode.
Because now everybody, of course, oh, great, one more woke mascot.
And so much, in fact, that a major U.S. network.
We won't tell you which one, but it has 3 letters to identify.
Right. Did a whole thing on it, calling the situation woke, in which then A&W had to come out and say,
by the way,
we're just joking.
Just joking.
It's just a joke. We're just making fun of M&Ms.
Well, our mascots and cartoons have all been friends of ours, and most of them go without pants. All these years we've never noticed, but these days it seems any changes can make people rant. But the times they are a-changing, and some people feel it's all taken too seriously. But can we all just step back and maybe just calm down and set Rudy's whistle dog free? We don't care who you are, what food you sell. If you're a girl or a boy, you don't need your pants on. Root beer here, well, there's candies there. Let's not think too much. You don't need your pants on.
Is that only for mascots? Could warning labels become a thing of the past?
Probably. Aren't they getting rid of, like, best before dates we were talking about the other day?
Well, yes. I guess those would be
Those
warning
are a form
labels.
of warning labels.
So there are warning labels on everything these days.
That's
Right.
that's legal
Every
stuff,
product, right?
And you look at some of them and you go, good God, you really had to warn people against that?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
There were very few warning labels up until the 1960s, FYI,
And
when
yet
they
people
started.
seem to survive.
But now, researchers are worried that we've become desensitized because there's so many of them,
Sure.
right? So with that, we might not see as many warning labels on things in the future,
Okay.
which would be great. But let's talk about some of the dumbest labels we've ever seen.
Okay.
On a baby stroller, for example, when I
Yeah.
had the kids, the stroller literally said, remove child before folding.
Okay, so you did that once.
One time, that happened. Anyway, on a wheelbarrow, there are warning labels that say, not intended for highway use.
Highway use. City streets are fine, though, I did.
Apparently.
Okay, good.
On an iPod, back in the day,
Yes.
warning label, do not eat iPod shuffle.
Really?
On a takeout coffee cup,
Yeah.
warning label reads, avoid pouring on crotch area.
Oh. Well,
Good, that just makes common sense.
Yep.
Right? What about a jet ski? This is awesome. On a jet ski, never use a lit match or open flame to check fuel level. So the problem with these labels is that they've had to do it because somebody did it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
On the label of puppy medication, may cause drowsiness. Use care when operating a car. This one's awesome. On vanishing ink pen, should not be used for signing any checks or legal documents.
Oh.
Scooter, this product moves when used.
Charlie's got that on her pants, too.
You're not wrong.
Charlie was relaying a story of buying the tickets for Madonna in Detroit and accidentally buying an extra ticket. And what to do with that ticket? Well, it finally boiled down to you decided to get a refund.
Try.
So we went online, found out, because I was trying to help out because it's a complicated procedure, as you can imagine. Found a phone number. They connected up, but only during certain business hours, 9 to 5 or 9 to 8 or whatever. So we called that number to find out what was going to happen when she tried to return her one ticket. Here I am dialing the number.
Thanks.
And here's what you get.
Thank you for calling Ticketmaster Fan Support. Please note that this line is for existing order inquiries only. To purchase tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com or download our app. In order to route you to the correct fan support representative, please listen carefully to the following options. For refunds, press 1.
Okay.
For information, please listen carefully to the following instructions for requesting a refund. Refunds can only be requested via your Ticketmaster online account. If refunds are approved by the event organizer, you will see a Request a Refund link in your order. Once submitted, your refund will be processed to the original method of payment used at the time of purchase once funds are received from the event organizer, which is usually completed within 30 days. If your event was canceled, no further action is required as you will receive a refund automatically once funds are received from the event organizer. This call will now be disconnected. Thank you.
Big help. Thanks a lot.
This call will now be disconnected.
Like,
No.
it is impossible.
I'm sitting there and I'm trying to figure out, because I'm listening to this and I'm thinking, I wouldn't know what to do. I would be more frustrated at the end of that call.
Yes.
The end of that message, I
Right.
should say. There was no call involved. Then at the beginning, I'm like, so without, we need some sort of a way to translate this. Now, thank goodness there is all these AI programs you can get.
Yes. So, yeah, what did that call actually mean?
Well, let's run it through our automated phone line, our automated customer service line, call decoder, and find out what they were actually saying on that call. Here we go. Thank you for calling the only place you can get tickets, customer service line. If this call is about getting a refund for a ticket purchased, please press 1. Okay, listen up, because I'm only going to go over this once, since the fact that you're calling up to whine for a refund is annoying enough. We don't feel that your business and state of mind are worth us concerning ourselves enough to provide an actual human being to assist you with your issue. So you may as well hang up and go back to trying to navigate through that impossibly frustrating web form that you were trying to fill out before you called us. If somehow you manage to fill out the form and get the website to accept it when you hit submit, first of all, that's a win. And if by some stroke of luck your request comes through on the same day that the yearly bonuses are being handed out and someone in the department is in an amazingly generous mood and approves your request, you will receive a notification, and that employee will be terminated. Your refund should appear within your lifetime to the original
Amazing.
form of payment.
Thank you.
And then we're sure that you'll be on the complaint line to them when they retract your travel points for a non-purchase, but that's their problem. If your show has been canceled, no further action can be taken by you, since we will consider this to be caused by an act of God, a little trick we learned from the airlines, which absolves us of all responsibility and liability. Praise the Lord. This call is now over, since we've already wasted too much of our valuable time trying to convince you that you matter to us. I'm hanging up because someone said that Jay-Z is in the building, and I'd love to get a selfie with him.
So apparently those little blue pills that men have been using for years to help them out with certain issues
Yeah.
can do a lot more
Really?
than what they are meant for.
Seriously?
Hey.
Okay. What more can they do?
Men who take the blue pill are 25% less likely to suffer early death.
Seriously?
Right? So there's this study out there that found that it lowers the risk of heart disease in men by almost 40%, and again reduces risk of early death. So researchers out of the University of Southern California studied like 70,000 men around the age of 52 who were diagnosed with the issue and were using the pills.
We're diagnosed with Ed.
Exactly. So what they found is those who had ED and were taking the blue pill for ED were less likely to suffer any sort of cardiac issues.
Really?
Yes. So experts believe that the pill increases blood flow to the heart's arteries as well,
Right?
and improves the overall oxygen flow throughout the body, which makes sense.
Wow.
Now, they would like to remind people who don't have ED to not just take the pills.
Oh, okay. This is just not a substitute.
Right. Like, this isn't one of
Ward
those,
off heart
hey,
disease.
it'll work two ways for me.
Yeah.
Because that
I got you.
could cause other problems while trying to prevent that problem.
Right. So, because otherwise we're all walking around and everybody's going, hey, happy to see me, or you're just trying to ward off heart disease? Hey, fellas, admit it. There are just some days when you're feeling down. But if you find you're having trouble rising to the occasion more and more, then it might be time to talk to your doctor. That droopy feeling could be caused by a low-flow issue, and that's where Viagra can help. Viagra works by increasing flow to all parts of your body, starting with your heart. That's right, guys, your heart. That lethargic, tired, get up and go, got up and went kind of feeling could be a result of low heart flow. And it's serious, but Viagra helps by ramping up the flow. So if you're getting more visits from Ed than you used to, it may be a sign that your cardiac condition is in need of a lift. It's the little blue pill that does so much more than straighten the situation out. Viagra, because it's time to get your heart on.
Hey, thanks for spending 15 minutes with us. You know, sometimes that's all it takes.
Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Tell us what you think by leaving a review. Live, if you have to.
And feel free to share it so your friends can have a laugh too.
Until next time.